Hello everyone, my name is Kolawole. I'm going to teach you how to create WordPress website with Elementor page builder plugin without writing a single line of code. This website is designed with Elementor. I'm going to show you how to do it from A to Z. Before we get started, let me show you what we cover in this lesson. To build any WordPress website, you need an hosting account which provides you with a cPanel. On your cPanel, locate WordPress installer. Click on Install. Select the domain you want to install your WordPress on in case you have multiple domains. Enter the name of your website. Add your site description. Add your admin username. Also, your admin password. Don't forget to save your username and password so you don't forget. Then finally, click on Install. Our website has successfully installed. Now we need to go to the admin backend. Click on the link. This is our freshly installed WordPress admin dashboard. Now let's see how our website looks in the front end. You can see there is no much detail on the site now, but that will change very soon. To create a new page on your website, you need to click Add New Page. Enter the name of the page. Click on Publish. Go back to the admin area. You can see this is the page we just published. To create another page, click on Add New. Enter the name of your page. Click on Publish. Now we go back to our admin area. The next thing we want to do is set up our site permalink structure. We need to change it to post name, then save changes. The next thing is to change the reading. We need to change the reading to static. So for the home page, we need to select the home page, the page we just created. And for the post page, we need to set it to blog. Then save changes again. The next thing we need to do is install a WordPress theme by clicking on themes. Click add new. Let's search for a good template we can use for our website. Okay, let's use block C. Click on install. It has successfully installed. We can also upload a theme. Let's say we bought a theme from Theme Forest. We can upload it from here and install. Let's activate the theme we just installed. It has successfully activated. Now let's install some plugins that we'll be using for this website by clicking on add new. Let's search for Elementor plugin. Install. Let's search for contact form. Let's install it. Now let's go back to our plugins and activate the plugin we just installed. Check this to select, then check Elementor, then on bulk action, click on activate, then apply. Now that you have installed a new theme, let's see what our website looks like. You can see that it's looking different. Now let's create a menu for our website. Click on the site name, then scroll down to menus. Let's give our menu a name. Let's call it main menu. Let's set it for the main header and the mobile menu. Let's save the change. Save menu. Now that you have set up our menu, let's view our website again. You can see our website looks have changed. Now let's edit our home page and start designing our website. Click on the edit page. Click on edit with Elementor. First, we need to design this zero section here. Click on this plus icon. Select a two container box. Set the height of the container. Change it to VH, which means view height. Make it 100% view height. Go to advanced. Unbind this padding. Give it 100 pixel at the top and 100 at the bottom. Click on this plus icon. Drag an image widget inside of it. Select upload an image. I have uploaded all the images I will be using for this website design. So let's select this for the hero section. Yep. The next thing you want to do is click on this plus icon to select another widget. So this time we'll be selecting the heading widget. Change the text. Duplicate it. Then change the text. You can add another widget by clicking on this plus icon. This time we select text. Edit the right top. The next thing you want to add is button. Click the add element. Search for button. So drag this button. Change the text to get started. Now let's select the main container. Go to layout. Make it center aligned. Let's edit our subtitle. Go to style. Typography. Click on the default. Select body large. Now go to advanced. Click on border. Select solid add border type. Unlink the value. Set left to 3. Change the color. Now layout. Unlink the padding value. Make left 10. Perfect. Now let's edit the main heading. Change it to heading 1, H1. Now go to style. Change the font size in the global setting. Let's use display 1. Perfect. Now let's edit our button. Go to style. Now change it to gradient. Now select the color. I would like to use this safety orange as first color and the partial rose as second color. I'll change this to 50. Yep. I'll now go to over. I'll change it to gradient. I will use this red as the first color. I will use this rose as the second color. Now let's hover on the button to see the changes. Can you see it now? Now let's change the location to 60. See how beautiful our button is. Can make it 50. Now it looks much better. You can see we have no logo on our site right now. Let's publish our site. Let's view it to see what it looks like. Looking very beautiful. Now let's add a logo to our website. To do that, we need to click on Customize. Now let's click on the header. Click on Logo. Now select Logo. Let's select this one. Transparent logo. Let's select this one. Sticky logo. Let's select this. Now let's publish. Let's see what the site looks like now. Aha, now we have a logo on our website. Now we need to design the next page. We need to design this section, the services section. So let's click on this plus icon to select a column. Now click on the plus icon again. Drag in a heading. Change the text. Go to style. Change the typography. This time I will use heading 1. Go back to content. Make it center align. Now click add element. Add text. Change the text of the Now go to advanced. Change the size of the text. Change it to custom. Then set it to 55. Go back to content. Go to style. Make it center align. Now click on the container. Make the content center align. Now go back to add the element. Click on the plus icon. Add the new container. Now we have our container. Go back again to the add element. Search for icon box. Drag the icon box in. Change the text. Now change the icon. Search for comment. Insert. Now change the style. Change it to stack. Go to style. Change the primary color. Change it to this one. Change the color to white. Now change the container background. Go to style. Click on classic. then select color. Select this background color. You can see the color is different from the first section. Let's give it a padding of 100, bottom and top. Unlink the value here. Give it 100 at the top, 100 at the bottom. Much better. Now, change the color of this icon box, the background color. To do that, we need to go to Advanced. Click on Background. Change the color to white. Go to Border. Give it a box shadow. Give it box shadow of vertical 6. The blur, give it 24. Change the color. Give it a border of 5 pixels. Now give it border radius of 8 pixels. Now go back to layout. Give it padding of 30-40. First unlink the value. Give it top 30, right 40, bottom 30, and left 40. Let's go back to style. Let's change the size of the icon. Let's adjust the padding. Looking good. Now let's duplicate it. Let's duplicate it. We need to change the direction of the bus. Let's change it to row. Now looking perfect. Now let's change the right up here. Let's duplicate it one more time. Now let's change the icons. Let's change it to laptop. This one. Click on insert. You can see the change. Now let's change the color. Go to style. Change the color. Use this one. We are going to repeat this same process for all of them. Let me quickly do that. Go to style to change the color. Now let's build the next section. Our project section. To create our project section, Let's duplicate this page by clicking on the icon. Let's change the text. Now let's remove all these boxes because we don't need them for this section. Press your Control button, then select all of them. Then left click to delete. Now click on this plus icon to select a call to action element. Now drag it inside the column. Now we have our call to action. Let's change the width of our call to action. Click on the Advanced tab. Change it to custom. Now let's set it to 30%. Let's go back to content. Let's change the skin type to cover. Now it's cover. Let's add an image. Let's use this one here. Let's change this. Let's adjust the height of our call to action. Click on the Style tab. Make it 500 pixels. You can see it's looking bigger now. Change the alignment here to left and the horizontal position change it to bottom. Looking good. Now click on the Advanced tab. Go to border. Now change the border radius to 8 pixels. Now go back to Content tab. Click on Content. Now let's change the text here. Change this to Get Started. Looking good. Now let's edit the button. Let's make the border width to 0. Let's change the background color. Make it this. Looking good. Let's change the font size of the text. Click on Content. Click on the pencil icon. Let's make it 16 pixels. The description, let's make it 25 pixels. Let's change the color of the title. Let's change it to this. I think it's too dark. Let's change it to this one. Looking better. Now let's duplicate this. Let's change the image. Let's select this one. Good. The third one, let's change the image. Let's use this one. Select. Now let's quickly change the text. Let's take a look at our sample site. You can see there is an overlay, black overlay color here. Let's do same with this one. To do that, let's click on our call to action. Click on over effect. Add overlay color. Let's add black. Reduce the opacity. Very cool. Now let's copy the style and paste on the rest. Copy, paste style, paste style. Now that we are done with this section, let's move to the next section. Click on the plus icon. For this next section, we are going to be using two columns container. So let's select this one. Let's click on this three dot icon. Let's make the space between the element. Let's make them 30 pixels. Now let's add an image element here by clicking the plus icon. Drag it inside. Let's select the image. Let's select this one here. Let's go to style. Let's add a border radius of 8 pixels. Perfect. Now on the next container, click on the plus icon. Let's add a heading. Let's change the text to about us. Let's change the size. Looking perfect. Now let's add a text element. Let's drag it inside the container. Let's change the text. Let's drag in another heading element. Let's duplicate this text. Right click and duplicate. Drag it to the bottom of the text. Perfect. Now let's change the text. Let's duplicate this heading. Let's drag it to the bottom of the text. Let's change the text. Also, let's change the font size. We can change this to 18 pixels. I think it's too small. Let's make it 20. 22 is okay. Let's copy the style. Let's paste it here. Let's add an icon list widget. This one. Let's change the text. Let's delete the unwanted ones. Let's change the icon. Let's change it to this one. Insert. Now let's duplicate this. Let's change the text. Let's go to the style tab. Click on icon. Let's change the color of the icon. Let's change it to this one. Rose. Let's change the size of the icon. I think 18 is okay. Let's duplicate this heading one more time. Drag it to the bottom. Now let's change the text. Now let's drag this text here. Let's duplicate it. Let's drag it to the bottom. Let's change the text. Now that we are done with this section, let's move to the next section. This banner. Let's click on this plus icon. Select this one. Click on this three dot. Go to advanced. Give it a padding of 100 at the top, 100 at the bottom. Click on the plus icon. Add the heading. Click on the plus icon again. Add the text. Click on it again, and this time add the button. Now click on these three dots. Go to layout. Make it center align. Let's give this top section a padding of 100 at the top and 100 at the bottom. Click on the advanced tab. Unlink this value. At the top, give it 100. At the bottom, give it 100. Okay, much better. Now let's change the background of this section. Click on the three dots. Now go to the style tab. Go to background. Click on this classic icon, add an image. Let's use this one. Select. Let's make this position center center. Now let's make this repeat, no repeat, and the display size, let's make it cover. Looking good. Now let's add an overlay effect. Background overlay. Change it to gradient. Now the first color, let's make it this primary color. And the second color, let's make it this. Let's change the opacity of the gradient. Let's change it to 9. This angle, let's change it to like 165. Now let's change the text. Let's change the color of the text. Go to the style tab. Let's change it to white. Let's change the font size to 18 pixels. This one, let's change the color. Let's change the font size. Looking good. Now let's edit our button. First, let's change the text to get started. Now let's go to style tab. Now let's change the color. The background color, let's change it to white. Let's change the text color to black. Let's make the text bold. Let's change it to medium. Cool. Now click on over. Let's change the color on over. Let's change the background to this black. Let's change the text color to white. Now you can see it on overstate. We are done creating this banner now. Let's create the next section. Our contact page is the next section. To create the next section, let's click on this plus icon. Add this column. Click on these three dots. Go to advanced. Give it a padding. Unlink the value. Now give it a top padding of 100 pixels and the bottom padding of 100 pixels. Now let's change the background. Go to style. Change the background. Let's use this one. Now let's add a title. Let's drag this one there. Let's change the text. Let's make it center align. Let's add text. Put it here. Let's change the width. Go to advanced. Click on the width. Change it to custom. Let's make it 55. Go to the size tab. Make it center align. You can see that it's not really center align because of the column setting. Now to make it center align, click on this three dot. Go to layout. Change the alignment to center. Perfect. Now let's drag a new container inside this container. Click on the plus icon here. Drag this container inside. Now let's add a short code. Let's drag it inside. We'll be using this short code to display our contact form. Let's go to the site backend to copy our contact form. Click on contact. Now select your contact form. Copy the ID, that is the short code. Go back to the front end. Paste the short code here. Now this is our beautiful contact form. Let's edit our contact form container. Click on this. Go to style. Let's change the color. Let's change it to white. Now that you have changed it to white, let's go to advanced tab. Let's give it padding of 50 pixel all round. Looking perfect. Now let's go back to style tab. Let's give it a border radius of 8 pixels. To conclude this session, let's change the font size of our text here. Looking perfect. Now let's do the last part, which is this part here. This part. Let's copy the icon box we designed earlier. This one. Let's copy the container. Now let's paste it here. Click on this three dot and right click, then paste. Let's edit this one. Let's change the icon. Let's change it to this one. Insert. Now let's go to the style tab. Let's change the color. Let's use this one. Now let's change the primary color. Let's use this one. Let's change the content. Let's change the positioning to left. Now let's change the content alignment to left. Perfect. Now let's delete the unwanted boxes here. Press Ctrl, then select. Delete. Now let's duplicate this one two more times. Let's change the text and icon. For this one, let's change it to visit. Let's change the icon to map. Insert. For the last one, let's change the text. Let's change the icon. Let's search for phone. Let's select this one. Let's publish our site. Now let's preview what it looks like. This is the one we just designed. It's still loading. This is the sample one. You can see they are looking very much alike. Let's increase the font size of this text. The headings. Let's go to Style tab. Let's change it to editorial. Looking great. Let's copy it and paste style. Let's click on publish to save changes. Now let's go to the front end to see what our site looks like. See how beautiful the site is. Wow. Now we have successfully recreated the website without missing any part of it. Look at the sample site here. Look at the one we just created. They are looking almost the same. So guys, this is the end of this lesson. If you had followed from the beginning of this training till this moment, congratulations. I can confidently say that you can create a WordPress website with Elementor Page Builder. Thank you for watching.